You are now tuned in to the Arthur Moats Show.
I'm Arthur Moats, and today's show is recorded out of Total Sports Enterprises, Pittsburgh's exclusive supplier in signed memorabilia. And today we have a very special guest. He's been on the boxing circuit since 2011 and has a record of 17-2-4 with 8 KOs. He's been headlining fights for the WFC and is currently headlining his next fight on UFC Fight Pass August 1st at the Monroeville Convention Center right here in Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh's very own Bill Hutch, Hutchinson. What's up, baby? How are you, man?
Thanks for having me, man.
Man, I appreciate you taking time away from your training, especially this close to fight week, man. Mm-hmm. And speaking of your training, we go back a little bit, man. The faster.
Yes,
I remember seeing you in there, putting your work in. You'd always be in there working like a madman.
Yes, sir.
But you know, when you show up on Fight Night, we see you get those big wins, and it's always good to see you still doing your thing, man. So kudos to you, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So just talk about how you feeling leading up to your next fight right now.
I feel great, honestly. You know, I did have a tough training camp. You know, bumps, bruises, that comes with the territory.
Right.
But right now, my focus is just to be as healthy as I can. So I'm just going through the motions, feeling good again.
I like
you know,
that.
I'm excited again. I'm anticipating a great fight next week.
I like that. I can see the excitement on you, and you do look good, man. I see your veins popping out over here, man. Got me ready to go hit the gym, man. So with this camp, man, what did you focus on specifically?
So a lot of times in my past, I've gone more for just a brawling style, fan entertaining fight. You know, I try to always please, you know what I mean? But I've focused a lot more on my boxing and setting things up. You know, I want it to look clean. I want to come out of there looking good still. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but the thing is, I want to keep it entertaining and I want to keep getting knockouts. That's what I want to see. So I want the fans to be entertained.
Okay.
But I want to get hit a little bit less. How about that?
All right. That's a great plan. And for me, man, I love to see you get knockouts, but I love to see you not get hit because you look good for the camera.
I appreciate
Keep it that way. All right.
I'm going to try. That's the plan, right?
Now, take us through your preparation, man, when it's fight week versus when you're not training for a fight.
So leading up to a fight, I'm doing a lot of elongated workouts, a lot of, you know, hour and a half plus each session, right? At the closer I get to the fight, I try to do more sprint, rest more, sprint, rest more. So my workouts are a lot shorter, but more intense.
Okay.
So I'm training myself to be more on the spot, athletic, physical for short bursts, as opposed to that elongated, slower, slow twitch muscle type of thing.
Gotcha. And when you talk about those, essentially it's like an interval training, right?
Exactly.
Because when you get into the ring, it's intervals. You know, you got your 3 minutes on, now you're off.
Yep.
Another 3 off.
Exactly.
So, okay, I like that, man.
Understood. And I want to be able to do each of those 3 minutes to my full capabilities. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, I like that. And now we got to talk about the competition, right?
Understood.
Yeah, Mr. Charlie, I believe his name is Serrano, yeah, whatever you want to call him. It don't matter. The next victim is what we're going to call him.
Exactly.
But yeah, he has a 16-4-2 record with 5 KOs, but he's also been knocked out 2 times. So just talk about him. Okay. I like it. Speak it in there. So just talk about, you know, him and what challenges he could potentially present.
So he's very experienced. One thing I liked about this fight was he's had multiple fights on the ESPN platform. 2 or 3 fights ago, he fought for a WBO title. So he's no slouch. And all of his losses have been to top competition.
Gotcha.
So he beats everybody he's supposed to beat, and then when he gets to that top level, he loses. So I'm here to prove that I'm at that top level and that I'm going to beat him. He's a perfect test for me right now to show everybody and prove that even though he's good, I'm at the top level and he's not.
I like that,
So
man.
This is the perfect test, and once I knock him out, it ain't going to see past 4. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
First couple rounds, I take him out of there, and everybody's going to be like, wow. You know, this is a true statement on UFC Fight Pass in the main event.
I like
everybody's going to get excited, and everybody's going to understand that my time is now.
I like that, man. And I love the confidence, man. And the thing is, it's not like you're saying anything you haven't done before.
No.
We've seen you go in there and get big knockouts, man. We know what you can do. And like I said, you're looking good. So I'm excited about it, man.
Thank you.
And let's see, you won the UBF and the WBF super lightweight titles before, but you decided to vacate them so that way you could, you know, adjust your weight and then ultimately pursue bigger fights. So just talk about the thought process behind that, chasing a world title shot, and then also by changing weight, dropping down in weight for this fight, how does that affect you as well?
So it's where I was always supposed to be. Okay, 135 lightweight is where I want to campaign. It's where my body naturally needs to be in comparison across the board to fight with the world class guys. You always want to give yourself the best opportunity you can to be the best in the world. When you're talking about trying to be the best in the world, you need every little advantage you can, as you well know.
Absolutely.
So, but you know, earlier in my career, I've bounced around weight just to take fights, just to get opportunities. You know, needless to say, I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? So the fight was a little up there. I went up, I took the fight, I did what I had to do, I proved myself, I earned my respect. Now it's time to make a serious run in a professional manner at the correct weight with the correct team around me.
I like that.
And all the pieces are coming together right now for a serious push towards the world title, and that's what we're going to do.
I like that. And it's definitely got to happen, man. Definitely has to happen.
It has to.
Unfortunately, there was a death this week in the boxing world, man. Former fighter Maxim Dadashev passed away from injuries that he sustained in his last fight. So just talk about how that affects you and how it affects the boxing world.
It's tough, you know, because you realize anytime you step into that ring, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you try not to think about, something you try not to really even address, but man, it's a reality.
Right.
You have to understand that every time you're stepping through those ropes, you're risking something like that. So that's why I always try to give that respect to my opponent. I will do the same thing next week. You know, I respect any man that has the heart and the will to get in between them ropes and do what he needs to do and put it all on the line.
Absolutely.
So that goes without saying that you have to have respect for that. But that was such an unfortunate circumstance because I actually watched that fight and the trainer stopped the fight early. He understood what was going on. So it makes me think that there may have been some pre-existing things maybe in training camp. Maybe he took a couple weird blows. Maybe he had something coming into that ring.
Got you.
And this just expanded upon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like the trainer did the right thing. It seemed like there was no fault really.
Right.
Just kind of a fluky. It's a shame. You know, it's really a shame. You know, you hate to see that anytime. Obviously, he's a young guy. I think he was 28.
Yeah, man.
Just got married.
Had a kid as well, man.
That's a shame, man.
Absolutely. And it's funny, man, when you're talking about just when you see that and understand that that's a reality.
Yeah.
I too was in the same situation with Ryan Shazier, being out there and seeing how, you know, that's the thing we always talk about. Hey, you're one play away from potentially being paralyzed, one play away from potentially having your career snatched from you. And you respect it, but you don't really think about it until you actually see it happen. And then from there, you're like, whoa, this is for real. This is really serious. Yeah. And it does change the dynamic of how you think. But ultimately, that's why you have to have that respect for the game. You have your respect for the ring because it's a reality, man.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Absolutely, man. Now, you've been busy not only in the ring, but outside the ring as well, man.
Sir.
You recently finished up your internship with Federal District Judge Phipps, I believe that's how you say his name, right here in Pittsburgh. So just talk about what made you do that internship and how was the experience for you?
Well, we spoke a little bit before the show, and I was just trying to explain to you that I'm setting myself up for post-career. You know, one morning, if I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I don't feel like getting hit in the head anymore. Yeah. Guess what? I don't have to. I do this because I love it, and the day that I don't love it anymore, I'm not forcing this. I don't have to fight to pay the bills. I fight because I love it. I fight because I want to be the best. But parlaying that into why I'm doing this and why I'm setting myself up after, I always wanted to go to law school. Truth be told, coming out of getting my bachelor's degree, my whole plan was to go to law school. I took the LSAT. I was going to go. I got a deal at that time with Roy Jones Jr. to turn pro, and you know, so that kind of put everything on hold for a minute. But in the back of my head, I always wanted to challenge myself intellectually as well as physically. So that was always there. And this opportunity just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I got a scholarship offer for this school out in California. I'm like, man, I can't pass this up. There was a bunch of camps right around my school within like 20 minutes with big boxing gyms. I could get good sparring and good work at. And I'm like, it's just meant to be.
I like that, man.
So I headed out there. I get that handled. Now I just transferred back to Pitt. So I'll be back. I'm back for good. And my grades were really good. I made a few connections, and next thing I know, I had this opportunity to intern with Federal District Judge Phipps, former Federal District Judge Phipps. He just got nominated to the Third Circuit.
Oh, sweet.
It was kind of cool while I was there. I got to see that whole process unfold. And it was great. It was an invaluable experience. I had a great time. Even the clerks that I got to work with day in and day out taught me a lot. And
I like that, man.
It was a great experience for myself, and a great experience down the line that I'll be able to look back on and say, you know, I got my feet wet a little bit, and I'm not just jumping in here cold turkey. You know, I got to see my work product play out in the courtroom, and it was just a great experience.
I like that. And the thing that I like also is this. You're showing that you're more than an athlete, because how many times in both our professions do we see athletes just solely focus on that? They're never thinking about down the line. They're never thinking about their exit strategy. Just, I'm going to play this game till, you know, I'm 60. I'm going to box till I'm 60. It's not realistic, you know, but the fact that you already have that plan in place, that sets you up so much for the future, man. So major kudos to you. And I also it shows an example for the youth too, man.
Yes, sir.
It lets them know that, hey, you can be a professional in whatever you choose to be, but you can still be pushing yourself academically. You can still be pushing yourself outside the box ring or off the field and things like that. So
100%.
Definitely major respect to you on that, man. So you kind of hinted to it earlier, but what can we expect to see from you on August 1st?
You can expect to see an entertaining fight, first off. You can expect to see fireworks right off the bat. There's not going to be a dull moment. Don't look away. I'm telling you right now. I'm coming right out there. I'm setting the tone. It's going to be clean. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's not going to be some smashed up brawl. It's going to be clean, precise. I'm going to look like a surgeon in there, a vicious surgeon. And then when I take them out, it will be clean.
I like
It'll be
that.
Clean. There's no possible way this fight goes past 4 rounds.
Oh, I like it.
There's no possible way.
I like that, man. And hey, where can people get tickets at for the fight?
So there's tickets available at PinnacleBoxingChampionships.com. I've had recently, because it's been selling so well, so thank everybody for that. But the reserve tickets and the ringside tickets I had to pull offline. So you can contact me directly. I have tickets at Faster. I have tickets down at my shop in Crafton.
Like that.
But don't wait, because the good seats are almost gone. You don't want to be standing in the back.
Nah,
you know what I mean? You got to get up there ringside. So contact me soon. I literally only have a handful left. We're looking we're trending towards a complete sellout, including general admission. So
sweet.
I'm just excited to be back and to have that hometown support. You know, It feels great for the comeback fight, and I'll be proud to say on fight night that it was a complete sellout, and it looks like that's about to happen.
I like that, man. Well, you heard the man. You heard him. You heard him. You heard him. Get your tickets now. They're going fast. August 1st, Monroeville Convention Center. Watch Pittsburgh's very own. Go ahead and get that big win. Appreciate you tuning in. And as always, until next time, peace.
This is the Arthur Moats Show.